Hey there, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great Friday night. As I'm recording this on a Friday night, I'm doing this one right after I just recorded my my updated bottom five NHL teams, and I thought, because I had said after the trade deadline and after the draft that I was going to do an updated kind of who I figured the bottom five and the top five teams potentially this year will be, and I just did a revised bottom five, so now I'm going to do a revised top five. Now there are some different teams here in this one that are different than the initial top five, which with the draft and the trade deadline and everything and signings, there were some teams that I had initially in the top five. Yeah, they're out of the top five. They're out of the top five, and teams that weren't in the top five from the last time have moved up into the top five. So this should be a lot of fun to look at. But before I get into that, if you are new to the channel, or if you're new to hockey in general, and you've found your way here to the channel, I'm very, very happy that you're here. And if you enjoy the content, hit that like button. If you really enjoy it, hit that subscribe button. Also, if you want to be notified anytime future videos are uploaded, you can tap the little bell, and it will notify you anytime future videos are uploaded. And yes, I am wearing the exact same shirt because I am filming this video literally right after the updated bottom five. So yeah. So it's basically one right after the other, only they won't get uploaded. They'll probably get uploaded at different times. They both might actually get uploaded tomorrow, just maybe at different times of the day. So, but yeah, so that's why I'm wearing the same shirt, and yeah, in case people wonder about the shirt, the Iron Maiden shop website, that's where you can find these, and especially if you're a metalhead like I am, and love a band like Iron Maiden, yeah, check out their shirts, phenomenal. So, top five teams. This is always a little harder to come up with because there's a lot of really good teams out there, and trying to figure out who's going to be in the top five, potentially the top five overall. So I mean, top five overall in the league, not just in a division or whatever. I'm talking top five in the whole league. Which probably in about 3 weeks or so, I will look forward to doing those also, where I'll be doing the preseason standing predictions, trying to figure out where each team finishes in their respective divisions. And then, a few months down the road, we can see exactly how wrong I am. Either how wrong I am or how right I end up being. More or less, it'll probably be more on the wrong side, but we'll see. We'll see, and that'll be fun to do when I'm able to put all four of those divisions together. That'll be a lot of fun, and hopefully, for that one, I'll have bigger magnets to use. A little better visually. So let's get into this. Let's get into this top five here. Now, my initial top five, I had Toronto at number 5. I had the New York Rangers number 4, the Tampa Bay Lightning at 3, the Colorado Avalanche at 2, and the defending champion Vegas Golden Knights at 1. Now this isn't who's going to be the favorite to win the cup or whatever. These are just the top 5 who I think are going to be, in that race for the President's Trophy. Now the new top 5, there's going to be some differences. there are going to be some differences. And let's go and take some of these off of here while we're thinking about Humpty Dumpty Dumpty Dum. Where's the other? There it is. There's that one. And okay, there's that one. And then there's that one. Okay. So the new top 5. This definitely will be interesting for sure. Now, the new top 5, at number 5, I have these guys. They were not in my initial top 5. They are in my new top 5 because of some moves they made, some good signings, and their goaltender, still a young goaltender, but a year older, a little more mature. Number 5, I have the Dallas Stars. I have Dallas at number 5 because this is a team that is going to make some noise, I think. I think they're definitely going to make some noise. And I think they're going to be right toward the top. I think they're going to be right toward the top of the division. I really do. So spoiler alert, don't be surprised in the preseason predictions. Don't be surprised if you potentially see Dallas maybe number 1 or number 2. So, yeah, don't be surprised if Dallas is pretty high up in my preseason division rankings. Cuz those guys, I mean, with Heiskanen, with Hintz, with, I mean, obviously Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin, Jake Ottinger, he's going to be a year older. And, you got to think, the playoff experience he had, they made the conference final. They went all the way to the conference final this year. So, where they ended up coming short against Vegas. But they're going to be a good team. They're going to be a really good team. And I do think they are probably going to be in the top 5. And, whether or not that happens, we'll see. But for right now, I have Dallas at number 5. Number 4. This was another team that was not in my initial top 5 list. And that is the Edmonton Oilers. Now, the Oilers, you got to think. They have basically two human cheat codes on the ice for them. And it's the kind of thing that really makes you wonder, how is it that these guys can't seem to get over the hump when they basically have two human cheat codes on the ice in Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid? Well, one of the reasons why I don't have them higher, it's been the Achilles heel of theirs for a long time. It's the goaltending. And I still say, if the Oilers would have gotten any kind of capable goaltending against Vegas, I think they beat Vegas. And you never know. You might have had, instead of the Vegas Golden Knights being the Stanley Cup champions, it might have been the Edmonton Oilers. If they would have had any type of capable goaltending. But they would not go away from Stuart Skinner. The guy got yanked in 3 of the 4 losses that the Oilers suffered against Vegas. They lost that series in 6. Skinner got yanked in 3 of those games. He got lit up like a Christmas tree. And they wouldn't go to Jack Campbell. I don't know why. You're letting a guy that you're paying $5 million a year just sit on the bench while your young goaltender is getting lit up like a candle. And yeah, I still firmly believe that if the Oilers would have gotten any type of capable goaltending in that series, I think the Oilers would have moved on and would have knocked Vegas out. So that's why I only have them at number 4. If they can get some decent goaltending, they might be creeping toward the top 3. But as of right now, with the goaltending, I have them number 4. Number 3, this is another team that made the conference finals this last year. I did not have them in the initial top 5. And that is Carolina. The Carolina Hurricanes. This is going to be a team, I think, that's going to be something to be reckoned with also. And they are an incredible team also. They just, I mean, they have pretty decent goaltending. I mean, they've got 3 goaltenders. When you look at them, they have, 3 pretty good goaltenders. I mean, you've got Antti Raanta, you've got Freddie Anderson, and you've got Pyotr Kochetkov. I mean, you can't really not have too many goaltenders, at least especially too many good goaltenders. And they have 3 pretty good goaltenders. They also they're loaded. Sebastian Aho, Brent Pesce. Pesce, of course, he's been in kind of trade rumors. But the Hurricanes, they were a team also that seemed like they were interested on Erik Karlsson, which would have been really interesting because you've got Brent Burns there, and if you'd have brought Erik Karlsson in and paired him with Burns again, they were the defense pair in San Jose. They weren't that great together, so it's kind of But Carolina's made some moves. They've made some good signings, and I think they're going to be a team to be reckoned with. Speaking of Carolina, let's see how much space do they have here? Cap space. They don't have a whole lot of cap space left. They only have $920,000, a little over $920,000 in cap space. But I mean, this is a team. It's pretty good. Another, pretty good young core. And I mean, really, really good team. Signing Timo Meier was huge. Or no, not Timo Meier. What am I thinking? Timo Meier. Yeah, Carolina did not sign Timo Meier. You'll see them shortly. But Carolina's got some. They've got some good depth. They've got some good young talent. Some guys in their mid-20s, and a team that was in the conference finals last year. And I don't see why it's not possible that they couldn't get back to that point. Getting back to the conference finals, can you figure out how to win a game? That's something Carolina might want to work on. If they get that far again, can you win a game, please? Can you at least win one game? They've lost 12 straight games in the conference finals. The last 3 times they've made the conference finals, they've gotten swept all 3 times. Something's got to change in that part. But Carolina, darn good team. Number 2 on the team that I think ends up finishing number 2. This team they were on my initial top 5, and they're still there. And it is the defending Stanley Cup champions, the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, how can you not have? How do you not have Vegas as a top 5 team? Honestly, how do you not have them in the top 5? They're the defending champions. They re-signed Adin Hill. They re-sign Ivan Barbashev. They basically keep a good chunk of this team together. The only person they really lost was Riley Smith. And I think, I think Vegas is going to be, they're definitely, I think, going to be in that top 5. And are they a team that I think could potentially win the Stanley Cup again? Absolutely. So initially I had them finishing atop the league. I still have them number 2. This team, though, they weren't in my initial top 5, but just some of the moves they made in the offseason. And I think this is a team that is really going to be something to be reckoned with, and a team that I think will be a team to be reckoned with for a good long time. And that is the New Jersey Devils. These guys, holy mackerel. This is a team that they're set up for success. They truly are set up for success. And the moves they made, signing Timo Meier to a pretty decent contract. I mean, he's 8-year contract, $8 million a year. Let's look here. Yep, $8.8 million a year for 8 years. Timo Meier, 26 years old. They have Jack Hughes locked up long term. He's making $8 million a year. I mean, this is a team that when you look at it, the highest paid player on all of these guys, out of everybody, the highest paid player is Dougie Hamilton. He's making $9 million a year, and he's a defenseman. But I mean, you look at the forwards they have here. Timo Meier making 8.8. Jack Hughes, 22 years old, making 8. Jesper Bratt, 25 years old. He's making 7.875. Nico Hischier, 24, making 7.25. I mean, the cap hits for these guys, and they're long term. I mean, Andre Palat's 32 years old. He's making $6 million a year. Him and Hischier are under contract until 2027-28. So I mean, this is a team that is set up for success for at least the next 4 or 5 years. And is it possible they win a Stanley Cup at some point in that span? I think it's entirely possible. Now, we all know the President's Trophy curse. Could New Jersey be the team that finally ends that President's Trophy curse? Could be. But this team is loaded. They are loaded for at least the next 4 to 5 years. I mean, the most recent guy that you have that is going to be up, they got in a trade, and that was Tyler Toffoli. Tyler Toffoli is a UFA after this upcoming season. Now, depending on because right now, New Jersey's projected cap space, they have just under $2 million in cap space. Now, Tyler Toffoli currently is making $4.25 million. Will the Devils try to re-sign Toffoli after this upcoming season, or does Toffoli decide I want to test the market? We'll see. But yeah, I did not have these guys in the top 5 initially, but then the moves they made, the signings they made, I had to move them into the top 5. And honestly, just with the moves they made and the way that their roster is looking, I not only did I have to move them into the top 5, I got them finishing first overall. or at least the potential for them to finish first overall is there. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think the initial list was more accurate than the new top 5? Or do you think the new top 5 is a little more accurate than the initial one? I'm kind of liking the way the new top 5 looks. And yeah. So let me know what you guys think. What do you think of the new top 5 in comparison to the initial top 5? Let me know what you guys think. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm totally wrong? Let me know what you guys think. Also, too, again, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button. Also, again, if you want to be notified anytime future videos are uploaded, you can tap that little bell, and it will notify you anytime future videos are uploaded. And yeah, I'm kind of liking the new top 5. Again, let me know what you guys think. Hit like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.